If your hairbrush has been filling up faster than usual, or your ponytail just doesn't feel like it used to, stop scrolling and listen closely. There is a very specific pattern of hair thinning that doctors in the US monitor closely in women over 50, and most women are never told about one surprisingly simple factor that can either support or sabotage their hair: the nuts they eat every week. This isn't opinion or hype. This is based on nutritional science, US and European research, and what clinicians actually see in practice. Today, you're going to learn which 4 nuts are most strongly linked to stronger, thicker hair after 50, and which 4 commonly eaten nuts may quietly be working against you. One of the risky ones is sitting in most American kitchens right now. And halfway through, I'll share a simple habit tweak that can make everything you eat work better for your hair. So stay with me. Hair changes after 50 don't happen randomly. As estrogen levels decline, hair follicles spend more time in a resting phase and less time actively growing. At the same time, nutrient absorption becomes less efficient, inflammation increases, and hormone balance becomes more fragile. That's why food choices that once didn't matter suddenly start to show up in your hair. Let's start with nuts that actually help, beginning with one doctors often recommend when women come in worried about thinning. Almonds may look like a basic snack, but they provide 2 nutrients that matter deeply for hair follicles after midlife. Biotin and vitamin E. Biotin supports keratin production, which is the structural protein your hair is made of. Studies from US universities show that mild biotin insufficiency is surprisingly common in women over 50, even without obvious symptoms. When follicles don't get enough, hair growth slows and strands weaken. Vitamin E adds another layer of protection by supporting scalp circulation and reducing oxidative stress, which damages follicles over time. Research has shown that women who corrected low vitamin E levels saw measurable improvements in hair thickness within months. A small handful of almonds a day is enough. Consistency matters far more than quantity. Now, if this is already helpful, take a second to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss future science-backed breakdowns like this. And make sure you're following BioOptimize Vision for more research-driven wellness content. Next are walnuts, and these work in a completely different way. After menopause, low-grade inflammation becomes one of the biggest hidden drivers of hair thinning. Walnuts are one of the few nuts that provide meaningful amounts of plant-based omega-3 fatty acids. Omega-3s help calm inflammatory signals in the scalp, creating a healthier environment for follicles to stay in the growth phase longer. Clinical observations from American medical centers show that women who increase omega-3 intake often report less scalp irritation and reduced shedding over time. Walnuts also contain copper, which supports hair structure and strength. While copper won't prevent graying, it helps maintain the integrity of the hair you have. 7 to 10 walnut halves a few times a week is enough to support these effects. Now let's talk about a nut that many women overlook but doctors pay close attention to: Brazil nuts. These are powerful because of their selenium content. Selenium is essential for thyroid function, and thyroid imbalance is one of the most common medical findings in women over 50 who present with unexplained hair loss. The thyroid regulates the speed of your hair growth cycle. When selenium intake is low, thyroid activity can slow and hair follicles follow. Brazil nuts are one of the richest natural sources of selenium available. Just 1 or 2 nuts a day can meet recommended needs. Importantly, more is not better here. Excess selenium can cause problems, which is why moderation is critical. When selenium intake is balanced, many women notice shedding decreases first, followed by signs of new growth over several months. The final supportive nut often surprises people: cashews. Cashews provide zinc, a mineral directly involved in follicle repair and hair cycle regulation. Zinc deficiency is strongly associated with diffuse hair thinning, the most common pattern seen in women after menopause. US research shows that zinc absorption declines with age, even when intake appears adequate. Cashews also provide iron and magnesium, which support oxygen delivery and cellular energy. A quarter cup a few times a week can help support hair strength and reduce breakage. For many women, improved texture comes before visible regrowth, and that still matters. Now here's the critical part most videos skip. Some nuts that seem healthy can quietly undermine hair health if eaten frequently. Peanuts are one of them. Technically legumes, peanuts are prone to contamination with aflatoxins, molds monitored closely by the FDA because of their effects on liver function. The liver plays a major role in hormone metabolism and nutrient processing. When liver function is stressed, hormone balance can shift in ways that negatively affect hair growth. Peanuts are also a common source of low-grade food sensitivities, which can increase systemic inflammation without obvious allergic symptoms. Occasional consumption isn't the issue. Daily intake over long periods is where concerns arise. Pecans, especially sweetened or candied versions, are another problem. The issue isn't the nut itself, but how it's commonly consumed. High sugar intake is strongly linked to insulin resistance, which becomes more common after menopause. Insulin resistance can increase androgen activity, shrinking hair follicles and contributing to thinning at the crown and hairline. Sugared pecans also contribute excess omega-6 fats, which promote inflammation when not balanced with omega-3s. Cashews can also become an issue when overconsumed. They contain phytic acid, which binds minerals like zinc and iron and reduces absorption when intake is excessive. Eating large amounts daily can paradoxically lead to deficiencies, even though cashews contain beneficial minerals. Moderation and balance with other foods matter. Finally, macadamia nuts deserve caution. They are extremely calorie-dense and have a very high omega-6 to omega-3 ratio. Excess omega-6 intake promotes inflammation, which negatively affects scalp health. Macadamias can also be difficult to digest for some women, impairing nutrient absorption overall. Small portions occasionally are not harmful, but frequent large servings can work against hair goals. Here's the key takeaway. Hair health after 50 is not about eliminating foods, but about patterns. Almonds, walnuts, Brazil nuts, and moderate cashews can support follicles when eaten consistently and in reasonable amounts. Peanuts, sugar-heavy pecans, excessive cashews, and frequent macadamias can create internal conditions that make hair growth harder. Hair grows slowly, about half an inch per month, and often slower with age. That means changes you make today show results in 3 to 6 months, not weeks. Reduced shedding usually comes first, followed by improved texture, then visible regrowth. If this information helped you, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and follow BioOptimize Vision for more evidence-based guidance you can actually use. Drop your age in the comments and share which nut you're adding or limiting first. Your experience helps other women navigating the same changes. Small, consistent choices create real results, and your hair responds when your body is supported properly.